I know it sounds crazy is I don't eat fish. So to be in Japan not eating fish is hard. I liked all of Japan so far. And like what you don't realize when you're coming here for the first time is there's always so much more to see and you can't see all of it.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Can I ask your name?
My name is Akvila.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Lithuania, but I live in the UK.
You live in UK.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Can I ask what brought you here to Japan?
I've always wanted to visit Japan, so it's like always been my dream. And I was at a point in my life when I could do it, so I was like, why not? So I just decided to come here, you know.
Do you like manga, anime?
I do. I like anime and manga, but like not like, you know, otaku or anything like that. But I don't know. I was always really interested by the culture and just the country itself, and yeah. So I came to see it for myself.
I see. Are you a student or?
No, I'm not a student. I work, so yeah. I look quite young, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you took a long vacation and you came here?
Yeah, I took a long vacation and I'm flying back tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, it like went by really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So you stayed in Japan for 1 week or 2 weeks? Or?
3.
3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
So where did you go? Tokyo?
Yeah, so I started in Tokyo, then I went to Takayama, Kanazawa, Osaka, Kyoto, Miyajima, and then came back here.
Wow.
So a lot of traveling. It's very tiring.
So Tokyo, Takayama, and
Kanazawa, Osaka, Kyoto, Miyajima, and then here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you are in Miyajima with lots of colors of the trees and in the good moment? Oh.
Yeah, so. Like there were a couple nice trees, but it wasn't like crazy foliage. And I was with my friend as well, so it was really nice.
So yes, let's talk about Takayama. Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I just really liked it because everything was very, you know, autumn colors everywhere. And I went there after Tokyo, so it was a nice change because it was very quiet, very relaxing, not so many people at all, and I just was in nature the whole time, and people were really nice, and yeah, I could just shut myself off a little bit. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. And Kyoto, even though that was full of tourists, but I really like Tokyo, but I like how small Kyoto's a lot smaller, and I feel like you can walk around a bit easier. And obviously the architecture and the streets are so beautiful. It looks like something out of like a picture, you know, so. But I do really like it here just because of the vastness that Tokyo offers. It's just, at times, I guess for your first time especially, it can be quite overwhelming. It seems like you can't have a moment to just like escape or like have a moment of quiet because you're always, once you're out, and you have to go with the flow of the people, the masses. So, yeah.
Okay, so if you compare with London, like Tokyo is still like massive or?
Yeah, because Tokyo's the biggest, like, most populated city in the world, like literally in the world. So it is a big difference. I mean, London can be quiet, depends where you are. If you're like in central London on a weekend, it's gonna be busy, but nothing that like in comparison to Tokyo or Shibuya or something. Like nothing in comparison to that. So yeah, it's crazy.
I see.
Yeah.
So what about food? Like, which food did you like the most?
What food?
Tonkatsu?
I do like tonkatsu. The problem for me though, which I know sounds crazy, is I don't eat fish. So to be in Japan not eating fish is hard, especially even when you're eating like ramen and stuff. You use like bonito broth, and that's like fish. So sometimes I would get it and I'd be like, it tastes like fish, but like, and like, I hate fish, but I have to drink it. And you know, people might say like, oh, it's so stupid because you're in Japan and it's like the land of fish. But yeah, I've never eaten it since birth, and it doesn't appeal to me. And what I would say that I do miss here, it's quite hard to find like vegetables in restaurants. I don't know if you find that. It's like a lot of it is like cabbage or something. So like what I miss from, I guess, London is just like actually getting like a variety of salad when I'm eating out, you know, with dishes. But you know, you can still find it. I'm not saying it's not there, but it's just maybe a bit different or a bit harder, but it's still here.
You saying like maybe kind of veggie deli place, yes? Like
Yeah, just like vegetables, even when you're ordering a meal out, like in a restaurant, just having like a salad or more like dishes with like vegetables, you know, than just like cabbage or something.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what and I think I've heard quite a few other people that I've met that are foreigners say that as well, and maybe fruit too. Fruit it's quite expensive here, so that's why I guess in the UK we're quite lucky maybe in that sense. But yeah, there's so many other amazing things that Japan offers, so it's not a big problem, you know. Yeah.
So you don't eat fish
Yeah.
and you eat meat.
Yeah, I do eat meat. I mean, in the UK, I try to eat more vegetarian because I feel better for it and healthier. But I do still eat meat occasionally. But yeah, so I've been eating a lot of meat here because there's not many vegetarian options. So yeah, but I don't eat fish, which is hard.
It's quite personal, but how come like you eat meat but you don't eat fish? Like, you know, I hear the opposite, like kind of pescatarian, but I've never heard like, oh, I don't eat fish but I eat meat.
I mean,
is it Lithuanian things?
It's not. They eat a lot of fish, but I've just never eaten fish since I was born. Like, I don't know what it is. I can't explain it, but it never appealed to me. And like when I was small, like the sight or the smell of it used to make me sick. Like I couldn't be in the same room. I mean, now I can since I've grown up and I've matured, but I don't want to eat fish. Like, it's not my thing. So
At least your ancestor is not fish, yeah?
yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's at least, you know, I have options here, so it's not that hard. But
I see. So if you you can smell some kind of fish from ramen soup, yeah?
You can taste it. I mean, I'll still drink it because it's like, you know, it's rude not to. So, but like, yeah,
I mean, you don't have to drink all the soup in ramen store.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, only, you know, people who really likes the soup, they drink.
Okay.
But personally, I don't drink.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry about it.
No, okay.
I just eat only, how do you say, noodles.
Okay.
That's it. I never drink a soup because I get fat.
Oh, you get fat.
Yeah, there are lots of fats. So yes, I would never drink the soup.
Okay,
Just
interesting.
1 or 2 sips. That's it. So
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
so it's kind of interesting to imagine how much you suffered like drinking this fish soup, being very respectful.
Yeah, I mean, I try, like, and you hear a lot about what people say about, you know, Japanese customs and stuff and, like, not being rude. And I think anywhere it would be kind of rude not to at least try, maybe. So, yeah.
I'm very surprised to know that many foreign tourists who come here, they try to pay respect to Japan. I mean, to the culture here, and like even like this kind of like, okay, we shouldn't leave the food or like soup in the restaurant. Like we should finish it because this is Japanese culture. But actually, yes, maybe traditionally it was like this, but it's not. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's very
Yeah.
very nice to hear that people try to respect our culture.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's not everyone, but I think that's kind of what traveling really comes with. If you're a responsible traveler, you are going to respect, the culture that you're like traveling into. So I think that's kind of basic, but yeah, not everyone does it, I guess. But
What about some most exciting experience in Japan?
I really liked Nara. I did go to Nara as well, and me and my friend loved it but actually the deer in Miyajima were nicer. Like, I think in Nara there's so many of them, but they're quite like they know like that they can get something out of you, so they and they're very used to humans, so they will try push you, and like I've had them do this to me to get food out of me, and the males are quite a bit aggressive, but Miyajima actually was a really big highlight, I think, because the deer were also roaming everywhere, but they were very nice and gentle, and just the nature was beautiful because you have the water and then you have the mountains, so I don't know all of it. I liked all of it, to be honest. Yeah.
I see.
I liked all of Japan so far. And what you don't realize when you're coming here for the first time is there's always so much more to see, and you can't see all of it, which is, yeah. So I have to keep coming back, I guess. Yeah.
You have been here for 3 weeks, and you saw many Japanese people, and for 3 weeks, and was there any some behavior of Japanese people which was shocking or surprising to you?
I mean, nothing. I mean, as a foreigner, and also I guess because I do stand out because from the Japanese people, because I have blonde hair and blue, that kind of thing. So I do get a lot of stares, but I guess that's expected. I wouldn't really get that in the UK, but it's not a big deal. I mean, I haven't gotten harassed. I've had a couple people come up to me and try to talk to me, but it's always, you just tell them no and you just keep moving, and I've never had any problems, I guess. I've had a couple old women also, try push me in the supermarket, and I hear them say gaijin or something like that. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. I've probably met way more rude people in the UK, to be honest. I haven't met many rude people here. I feel people here are quite respectful, but that's just my experience. I know there's disrespectful people everywhere, so nothing crazy, to be honest. So yeah, people have been nice, and I've met some nice people here. Yeah. So
okay, maybe it's time. So yes, thank you so much for today's interview. Yes, and hope you have a good time here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm sure I'll come back.